Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share how we preserve our food for our entire family so that it will last for many years to come. This is my favorite food preservation method, and when I show you, you are probably going to think it's a little bit weird, and that's okay. I have embraced the weird over the years because when it comes to my family, security and food independence and just having sovereignty over the things we need to survive is so important to me. So what we're going to look at are Mylar bags and how your food can last for decades in them. I encourage you to lean into the weird. It's okay for you to make slightly weird, serious decisions for your family, and know that this doesn't have to be something you integrate in your lifestyle ongoingly. You could set up an entire month and be dedicated on this and do it once, and it can last you a lifetime or a good chunk of your lifetime. I want to make sure that I give you those skills so that you have this as an option for you and your family. Let's get into it.
I still see ya. I still see ya.
I'm going to show you what a Mylar bag is. It doesn't let any light, any type of moisture, anything. You can get some that are thicker, so when you're looking for them, try to get the thickest ones you can find. Sometimes I will grab like the largest quantity because we use a lot. We have hundreds of them, and you will find that this is a flat one. It just has the opening, which means as you're filling it, there's like no edge here, or it's just the edge is probably a better way to say it. You want to find Mylar bags that have this. You want to look for some where it can stand up on its own while you're filling it. I've done this so many times for so many years. Don't try to get the most frugal option. Get one that can actually stand up. These are the largest I do. You can get some even bigger that like fit in a 5-gallon bucket. We don't really use that as much, so this is typically the largest that I do. And then I also will sometimes use this one, but this size usually works for me 80% of the time. This is white rice that I did earlier this year. I don't know if you can tell I'm like squeezing it, like, oh. What you have here is not just white rice in these like shiny bags. They're paired with oxygen absorbers, which I'll show you in a moment how to actually pull all of this together. The oxygen absorbers pull all of the oxygen out, and that's what allows the food to actually be preserved. We want to eliminate heat, moisture, and air when we want to preserve food, and that's what those oxygen absorbers need to do. So when you are packing yours and you set it overnight, you will start to see this kind of like, not vacuum, but loss of oxygen in all of the packaging you do. I have food in my pantry right now that will still be good when my oldest is 30 years old. Not freeze-dried meals that cost $5 a serving, and not some fancy survival food subscription. It's just rice, beans, oats, meat, the boring stuff that your grandmother kept in her pantry. And it cost me less than what most people spend on groceries in a week. When 2020 happened and I was pregnant and I was watching grocery stores go empty and everyone acted like this was completely normal, that was the wake-up call. And I figured out that storing food was not about fear. It's about having options when life gets weird. Job loss, grocery prices that make you want to cry, supply chains that stop making sense, a car that breaks down when you live 30 minutes from the nearest store, being able to help your sister when your husband gets laid off. You know what all of those have in common? They're not hypotheticals. They're a normal Tuesday. And Mylar bags make it so stupidly simple that the only reason not to do it is because you haven't done it yet. Sometimes when we buy these 25-pound bags, you really don't know how long that's going to last you and your family. So I made a free tool a couple years ago called Provision Planner. And if you love it, we definitely appreciate your support, but it helps do this so much easier. It allows you to know how long food is going to last your family in an emergency or in dire times. So I know a 25-pound bag of rice for my family of 5 is going to last X amount of weeks. Now these are oxygen absorbers, and oxygen absorbers, you have to have them in your Mylar bags or this process is not going to work. And so I keep mine as sealed as possible. So I'll just open this to show you because these are a little bit older. When I have these bags come sealed. I only open the bag once I know I'm immediately going to use it. And then on top of that, I keep these in a sealed jar so I can ensure that they're actually staying sealed and going to work. When you buy your kits, many of them already come with oxygen absorbers, so just check to make sure it has what you need. And it should be the right quantity or like strength compared to the size Mylar bags you're actually purchasing. So you just want to double check. I'll give you an example. You're going to see this number that says 300, and those go with the size bags, these bags that I actually purchased. So again, you don't just want Mylar bags, you want Mylar bags with the oxygen absorber. When we do this, you only want to fill the bag about 2/3 of the way. If you remember with the white rice, it becomes like this solidified brick really quickly. And so you want to make sure you have enough space to seal it, but also to reopen it again in the future without creating waste. So in this case, I'm only going to do 2/3 of the way. You want to know the best part? It's not actually the food. It's this feeling of knowing that no one can ever use hunger as leverage against my family. When rice prices double, or the trucks stop rolling, or the store runs out again, I don't really have to care. I'm not scrambling, I'm not stressed. I already handled it 3 years ago on a Saturday afternoon. The system that we've been handed runs on one assumption: that the trucks will always continue, the shelves will always restock, and that you will always have access. And that assumption is very expensive. Every time it breaks, and it does break all the time, you pay for it. You pay for it in panic and stress, in paying triple for what could have been stored for pennies. If you do 1 bucket a month, by December you've got a year's worth of staples sitting quietly in your pantry, without subscriptions, no freeze-dried gourmet nonsense at $5 a serving. It's just bulk staples packed the way that people did it before everything was outsourced for food security to Amazon Prime. Pack 1 bucket this weekend. It's 20 minutes, $50. And when it's done, you will have something that'll still be good when your kids are grown. If you want more ways that we're building food independence, check out my video on pressure canning or how I haven't bought broth in over 3 years.